Heard.
All right. So there are girls like Amelia, right? Who we're talking about ReZero Amelia, who don't know what they're doing, never did anything before. They're virtuous, right? And there are girls like
We've
dark.
talked about those before.
Then we got girls who are virtuous like Darkness, right? Hasn't been touched, but I don't know if she's the best example. Oh, it's Albedo. Albedo's a better example. Because, you know, Albedo's a version of Overlord.
Yeah. That was the funniest thing to find out, bro.
There's no way you're going to tell me that Albedo wouldn't know what the heck she's doing when it comes time to go down. You know what I mean?
True.
Amelia, I don't think she would know what's going on. She just... I'm so sorry. The more I think about it.
Let me paint a picture for you. Amelia? Albedo and Darkness? Gone. Bitch was like she's looking at ice cream cone, bro.
Darkness would beat herself with it, bro. She would take that thing and slap it up her face, man.
You know, you've been watching what I've been watching? So
that... guys, we're only talking about it. Let me move this chair. Aesthetically, it's bothering me. You can't see it.
Nah, I seen it.
All right. We're just talking about doing the ReZero OVA, so we're just talking, and we're like, yeah, some of our concerns, because we know our homeboy Subaru's not in it.
Yeah, he's not in it. It's okay. It's gonna be a good OVA.
This is what it is. I got no problem saying it. As of right now, you know what I'm saying? I established that, not even I established, this is a fact. Subaru is the main character. He's the main character.
Yes.
Watching an entire movie or something without the main character is just like, that's like odd to me. The story is around this person, and now this person's not there. It's a spinoff.
You don't feel right.
Yeah, it's a spinoff to me, but it's not actually a spinoff. This is a prelude to everything that we need to understand to get into the part 2 of season 2. But yeah, that's what throws me off. Yo, he's not in it. And to show you how committed I am, in Walking Dead, they killed off my main character. I stopped watching the show. I was watching it for this guy. He's dope.
Yeah.
They killed him off. I stopped watching.
He's not in it. What am I doing here, bro?
It's not for everybody else.
It's when you say that, I feel exactly that way right now. There's a trash TV show, one of the few trash TV shows I watch, called Below Deck, and like basically nobody from the old seasons came back, so they kept the captain and got a whole new cast. And I'm watching. I'm like, yo, I don't want to be here no more, fam. I want to watch this shit.
You seen The Office when they took out Steve Carell?
Oh yeah, that was the.
Well, they didn't take him out. He moved on. They tried to keep going. There it is.
Couple things. I've seen enough of The Office to know that at best it's an average show, just like Friends.
I'll fight you.
Good for its time, average show.
I'll fight
I'm standing by it. Don't care. We fighting then. Second off, specifically the reason I say that is because after Carell moved off and they tried that whole somebody else was the boss, it lost its flair.
I see what you mean. What you mean is the quality of the show
overly changed.
The quality of the show is not necessarily good in itself. It's being carried by Steve Carell and complemented by everybody else. So that's why if you remove Steve Carell from the equation, it collapsed.
You change the entire dynamic.
Yeah.
I won't even say it collapsed because the show is still decent.
Without Steve Carell, I was like, man.
I haven't seen every episode. I haven't seen every season. I've seen enough episodes because, I go to sleep watching Comedy Central. I've seen and heard enough episodes to know that the energy without Steve Carell was so drawing that, like, basically Jim and Pam became the main characters. Like, that's how bad it got. Like, Jim and Pam became the main characters, in my opinion.
They're not main character worthy, and I love those people. I love them as characters.
I love Jim and Pam, but you can't be central.
They're side main characters that make sense. They're main characters, but they don't bring energy to the show. They bring a little bit of comic relief. Who brings
comic relief? They bring the side drama. For me, The Office, yes, it's supposed to be
about
the
story.
Jim
and Pamela brought the story. Steve brought the emotions. And when you're watching it, you're like, oh, this guy's aggravating me, or he's so annoying, or what's going on.
Yes.
That's all Steve.
He's racist, he's sexist, he's this, he's that. Oh man, just so many things. So when you took out his dynamic and you left everybody else to scramble,
it became wholesome. It actually became wholesome. They were no longer pushing the boundaries like they were. Some of the stuff that happened in the early seasons of Office, I don't know if they can pull this off right now.
No, oh my God. Specifically, okay, so funny story. One of the episodes that they play randomly all the time is the basketball in the warehouse episode where he picks Stanley first, and he's like, yep, Stanley, I got Stanley. Because and Stanley goes, and he's just like...
Did he say because he's like, you're black, what are you doing? Oh my gosh.
Yes. And oh man. And that's why Steve Carell's character was the penultimate character of that show. Everything around the show is nice. It's good, it's cool. But without Steve Carell to polarize every episode one way or another, to take something too far, or to be the cringe lord that he's made to be, it takes away the polarization. It takes away all the polarization of the show that made people either love it or hate it. It just made it a show. You know what I mean?
And Steve's not even my favorite character. It was Dwight. But Dwight without Steve was just like...
It's lackluster. No, okay, not lackluster. Because Dwight and Jim, man, always a good time. However, a lot of times you needed freaking Mike there dragging Dwight along through some stupid crap. You know what I mean? Or just completely gaslighting him to doing a completely wrong thing. Fact. Like some of the best episodes was Dwight and Michael just doing horrible ideas and nobody able to stop them. And like you take that out and then it's just Dwight doing dumb things and Jim just memeing him. But like that's normal. We expect that.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man.
It changed everything, man. It changed everything. I was in somebody's stream yesterday, Aim High, or Wednesday. It was one of these days, and they're debating what was better, The Office or Parks and Rec. I said Parks and Rec right away. You see?
There's only one thing that you can say about the Parks and Rec, which we already talked about. Parks and Rec balance the importance to more than one character, as The Office, and as we talked about, put it all on Steve Carell's shoulder, whether it's intentionally or not. Parks and Rec could survive without... I forgot the blonde chick's name, but the main character...
Leslie Knope left for almost a whole season. The show was still fine. Yeah. Hilarious. She was barely in in two and
Yo, Steve Carell is more like LeBron James. Like, listen, this is what I'm trying... I'm telling what I'm saying with LeBron James. I'm not a basketball expert, so I'm not going to go too far into this. But you put LeBron James on any team, right? And they're playoff material, right? But there are teams like Golden State in its prime, like in its prime. If Curry wasn't playing, they still have some other players that can still.
Oh yeah, Dale's gonna light it up.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter who's it. Dale's gonna light it up.
Yeah. But in the last...
Steph can't play today. Clay's coming through.
Thank you.
Clay's finger hurts. Steph's about to pop off. Steph and Clay are out. Draymond's about to just go triple-double for no reason, you know? It was always somebody there to pick it up.
In the last 5 years, don't hold me to 5. I'm just saying, in the last 5 years, any team that LeBron James is playing on, if LeBron James is not playing at that moment, boom, game is more or less done. That I know of.
Yeah. I wouldn't say done, but yeah, they was gonna struggle. LeBron, up until this Lakers team just now, last 5 years, no, they could win some games. They could.
I haven't seen Miami come. I haven't seen Miami
without LeBron on the.
Yeah, I haven't seen Miami come this far since LeBron. Okay, I haven't heard of Cleveland anymore. I don't hear of these teams anymore. He leaves the team.
Right.
I don't hear him anymore.
You're right. Every time he leaves, it does go back to mediocrity, if not to the bottom. Yeah, fair. That is fair. I thought you were going in a different way, but when you said it like that, yeah, that's absolutely true. Every team LeBron has left, they've been high and dry for at least 2 or 3 years until they got a little bounce back. But yeah. That's facts. Yep.
All right, man. Let's start, Bach. You ready? This is a good video, though, to do whatever.